Welcome back to Turkey, to Istanbul. The second half of this Formula FG race, well, a bit less than a half, but nonetheless, the run to the flag. Jamie Cox continues to lead here, 8 seconds over Ben Utzer for BRT, and Omar Said in his home race chasing down the German for a podium spot possibly.
Finish.
But this is the man everybody's talking about at the moment, Stefan Berner. He's fueled to the finish.
He doesn't have to make a pit stop.
Sorry?
Everybody else ahead of him has to make a pit stop. He doesn't.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if Cox, if Utzer, or Said, if anyone's going to have anything to take the battle to this man. So strap in, because now it gets interesting.
What, Tavares overtaking Bailey? That's interesting.
Bailey was very close to the top 10 before. He's a bit further away now. He might be on one stop as well, we don't know. Probably not. I don't think he is.
Yeah, neither do I.
Said here, he's catching a little bit by a little bit. So it's come to pit stops, that could be very interesting. Utz is probably going to be pitting around a lap before. It's either that or Said comes in at the same time and he has less to put in. Actually, no, here Utz is coming in this lap. So this is our first real look at where he's going to pop out as compared to Stefan Berner.
Said is not fitting. I think he's not even fitting the next lap.
We look back and we see Berner is about 24 seconds behind Cox. This is about where I said last before the break. He needs to be somewhere around there. He needs to have Berner somewhere around there, Cox, to give himself a chance. It might not
exactly
be enough.
That happened.
It might not be enough though.
Another lockup from Harvard. Does he have brake issues? That's like the 4th or 5th time, I think.
He's starting to get blue flags shown. It's Jamie Cox behind him.
Well, the car's all blue. It'll be interesting if he gets to see the flag.
As Cox is going to come in this lap. So let's have a look. Then here's Berner. Quite a long way behind his teammate, but it'll be interesting now. Sharp. There's McNamara, Dovizioso, Martins, Hunsley. Utz is coming out of the pits now. That's how far behind he's gone.
Pretty much no chance, unless they opt to retire.
Or at least spin out, then they might be able to do it on the track then. Here we go though. Somewhere around 25 seconds, Jamie Cox has advantage over his teammate. He's probably going to lose around 31 seconds. Through this
he actually pitted at the right time. There was loud traffic, the two apexes coming up in front of him, so he didn't lose time getting stuck behind them.
Said comes in as well, so that's effectively cleansed the front of the order. Yeah, Sharp will come in as well. Probably McNamara will too. So here's Berner. He'll come around the final corner. He'll move into P2. And he'll move into P1. As Jamie Cox is just leaving the lane. So there's Berner. He'll go through. There's Cox. That's very close. They're both in the same, just in the same frame.
That's very interesting.
For sure. Jamie Cox, of course, you know, I said it earlier. He's got a much lighter fuel load to have to put in, so his stop will be quicker. It wouldn't be
Yeah, now...
It wouldn't be the whole 31 seconds. It's just 2.4.
And obviously, I think he'll start closing up the fresher tires. They're both on pretty much equal fuel. Both to the finish. But obviously, Brunner still has track position.
Interesting, we've got Entech, Cedars. Now we know that Martins hasn't pit yet.
Honda is doing quite well. For now.
Martins hasn't pit yet, but
yeah,
very interesting. Top 4, they're all green and they've all got Honda engines, so go figure. It's actually, no, that's very interesting because Saeed has gotten out ahead of Vutsa. So once his
he must have had a really good inlet.
Yeah, once he peels off, once Martins peels off, that is, Saeed is going to be running in a podium position in his home race. And through he'll go. Crowd goes wild, it seems. He's in P3.
I still don't see the crowd.
Looking here, and it's 1.8 down to 1.6. Cox moving in steadily on his teammate.
Yeah, but closing up is one thing and overtaking is another.
Saeed he's not an issue. He's 10 seconds behind. Not an issue at all.
Yeah, but the home crowd will like that. If the top 2 crash out or spin out, Saeed has the race lead.
Yep.
The invisible crowd going wild.
Here he is. Could
Harvey
be a
in the
big
pit
day.
lane.
Oh, Rob Sharp, Tim Engbrink.
That's
awkward.
a weird London angle.
Very awkward. The Mercedes engine should have the drive out of that corner.
Indeed.
It's Pablo Deal. Very long day at the office for him. We'll go and find Stefan Berner now. It's just 1 second between the pair.
It's in the DRS zone, except that there is no DRS.
Precisely.
He's closing up really quickly on his teammate.
Oh, he's just gone away a little bit there, Berner.
Picking up the pace, it seems.
We can't forget, Berner, of course, has got 1 full season of Formula FG under his belt. Cox has got 3 races and the majority of a GPTCC season. So while you'd expect Berner, being the senior member of the team, to have the upper hand, they're probably somewhat similar in terms of experience, even if it's Cox for Cox, his experience isn't in these sort of cars.
Indeed. And definitely not in these longer races.
No. Down to just under, and I mean just under 0.9 of a second.
I think Cox can maybe pick up the slipstream on the back straight.
.6 now. Lap 33 of 44. There's plenty of time for Jamie Cox. But will he get it done? Same machinery, same everything. Just a little bit more. He'll catch up. Lovely downhill section there.
Indeed.
Oh, and Cox is down to 0.3. Well, they both seem to make a little bit of a mistake there, exiting that corner.
They're both pushing really hard.
As
A yellow
there is
flag,
a
sir.
yellow flag. It's McNamara that's involved, and that's why. So yet another race for McNamara that's going to end in a DNF.
And that's a double retirement for Turkey F1.
Go back to the front. I think that for 2KF1, it's not a great day for that team. But if Jamie Cox can get the win, who is a 2KF1 member in other series and just elsewhere in general, I think it's not going to be too bad a day for them. Bailey overtaken for 11th. Hunsley moves up to 11th. Harvey could end up being in the wrong place at the wrong time if he's not careful there.
We had troubles with lap traffic last season. It could happen again.
Ooh, Cox has to back off a little bit through turn 8.
Maybe he'll get a better exit.
They're still pulling away
have a
just a
go.
little bit from Omar Saeed, so definitely no trouble there from the Turk, as he'll have a go again. Here he comes. Side by side,
Werner
we've
will
seen
defend
Red
the
Bulls do this
inside.
before horribly, and Werner covers nicely.
Nothing like the Red Bulls.
Cox has to settle for another lap. We'll go elsewhere, we'll see Saeed. He's in a race of his own at the moment. He can wave to the crowd all he wants at the moment. Hopefully the engine
Yeah,
doesn't
11
go off.
seconds up front and 7 seconds back to Utsi.
Oh, Cox has just slid back a little bit. I wonder if he's just given himself some room for another attack. That might be the case. Here he comes again. very close. Will he have to back off through turn 8? Maybe not.
Not quite as last time. He may come
Oh, he's
through.
got a lot of speed down the inside. They go side by side again. Burner on the inside. Cox with a little bit more traction on the outside. They'll go through the King. Beau Rouge, they're still going side by side.
That's brilliant action.
And in fact, Burner will stay ahead, rather. Fantastic fight here from the two Entech boys. Fantastic clean driving is what it is. Tactical inside.
Well, the
and
crowd
out.
would want some dirty driving, because then Said would be in the lead. Yeah, but I think this is not a usual overtaking spot, so he's got it covered.
I mean, I want to see what else is happening through the race, if there's anything else happening, but it's just so engrossing, this. It's fantastic. Here they come again. Because you can't get any more even than this, both of them. It comes down to the driver.
And the tires, obviously, Cox has fresher tires.
Strategy comes into it a little bit, but that's, you know, we like that. Oh no! Stefan Burner! Oh! And he spins at turn 8.
He's the fourth or
Saeed
fifth
will come
driver.
flying through.
That's a massive shame. He was holding on so well for the race lead.
Oots is going to come through as well. And I'm not sure how much more fight Stefan Burner will have to be able to get that podium spot back. What that does mean, though, is Jamie Cox resumes the lead of the Turkish Grand Prix for Entech, but that's not how he would have wanted to do it. Fantastic battle between the two Entechs. Saeed moves into second, which will equal his best ever finishing position.
As I said before, Burner can't make any mistakes, and he just did one. And a big one indeed.
But it'll be interesting, because if he's kept just a little bit of life in those tyres, then there's no difference to being in this position than it is with Cox. He's going to be fighting with Utsa. He's got to. And if that's anything to go by, then it'll be very interesting, because I think he's got the speed on him. Andy Black here with Ben Herbert. Battle for the wooden spoon.
I think Harvey has the wooden spoon, actually. He's in 19.
Close to the wooden spoon.
I think there might be a battle for the wooden spoon. Harvey, I think he got closer to Grain.
Oh, well, we'll see very soon, won't we? And yeah, I think Burner at this stage,
his tires are gone.
0.6 of a second to Utsa, and that's...
He's out of the slipstream as well.
Yeah, it's down now 1.2 seconds, yeah.
Maybe he made a mistake again.
I don't think so. We saw it through there. There's not much, you know. He's on a set since somewhere around half distance. Going to be very hard to keep anything.
4 or 5. So that's around 15 laps.
Here comes Hunsley for
a point.
For a single point. And that'll be
not what he would like after last season.
That'll be very handy for DTK should that happen.
But Lindner won't give it up that easily.
Lindner's had he's been there or thereabouts for points every race, so yeah, he'll be looking to make sure that continues. Just slowly grabbing points here and there for Virgin. Not the best car, but consistently scoring, and that's all they need to do. In the background you can see him still holding back that beast that is Hunsley. Here's Utsa.
He's pretty much got his podium covered. Unless he makes a mistake.
And Hunsley's going to look up the inside and he'll get it done on Christian Lindner. So that's
Nicely done.
That's 10th now for Hunsley. Not a great day for DTK with Rinyaho retiring, but Hunsley might just do enough to bring some smiles to the faces of those guys.
That's a little lockup from Altavara. Seems like Apex is having brake issues, both of them.
Try and get back.
Oh, and
Ooh.
there goes Davizioso.
So Lindner will get a point after all.
Seems
But
to be a brake problem for the Italian. Lindner is still in the points then, yes. He's got Bailey charging down on him. That's even better now for Hunsley though. Martins is going to have to watch himself. The champ wants blood. Yeah, and there's Berner. Massive shame there for the Dutchman.
he's pretty much got it covered. Sharp is 4 seconds behind, and there are 4 laps to go, so he has to close up a second per lap pretty much. And still make the overtake.
I think once he can get himself to 0.8 of a second behind, it's going to be really hard for Berner to do anything about it. As we can see, Martins and Hunsley up 11 and 12 spots respectively. Lindner up 8. Chaco up 5 as well for Falcon. So all in all,
It's and Engbrink, the only losers in the top 10.
oh yeah. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of green there, and it's not being balanced by the yellow. So those two may have lost out, but they're still in the top 10. So at the end of the day, they're still laughing over some of the others.
Indeed.
As this could be an interesting battle. Is Bailey catching up to Lindner at all? 2.1 down to 1.9. There could be something here for the final point. Deal not entirely out of it either. Barrett. Cox though to 3 laps to go. Saeed, and that crossed the line as well. Actually, Berner, he might be creating a little bit of a comeback. He's found himself 0.3 of a second now to Utsa.
I
And
think
Sharp
he's
is,
extended the gap to Sharp as well.
yeah, Sharp's just blown out to 5.3.
Maybe he's burnt a lot of fuel at the beginning of that stint, and now they're saving it at the end.
Oh, Hunsley. He's got his game face on. Martins is going to have to seriously watch himself. He looks to defend. I'm not sure why he'd want to do that. That's just allowed Hunsley to get up even closer.
Rookie mistake, I say.
Maybe in these cars.
Indeed.
Both of them champions of the F1 series. .2 of a second between them now. Have a look back and we'll see that Bailey's still catching up a little bit. Probably not enough at this point. I'll have a look now.
I think Hansley will have a move here. Have a look, rather.
Oh, and Martins fantastically around the outside. Keeps the position. But for how long? Hansley, he has to move to the outside. Martins defends. Nearly takes off the front wing. As they pass Rinjaho's stricken car.
I wonder how Hansley feels every time he gets to that corner and on the left he sees his teammate parked there.
It mustn't be a great feeling, as I think Bailey has resigned to the fact that 11th it will be for him today. On the penultimate lap here in Istanbul. Jamie Cox at this point. Single lap to go for him to his first win. Omar Saeed.
He just has to bring it to the line safely.
Yeah, I don't think Berner's going to be making any last lap. Miracles happen. Martins and Hansley still going at it.
Werner, he was battling for the lead and now he'll be off the podium. Indeed, Harry was closing on Graham, but it wasn't to be enough in the end for the wooden spoon.
So here we go into the final half of the lap. He took his first pole position today. It's been an interesting run for Jamie Cox, in fact. Starting in Australia, he had his first race. Moving to Singapore, he got his first fastest lap. Last week in South Africa, he got his first podium. This
and now
week,
he'll go.
he gets his first pole, and he'll also get his first win. Jamie Cox for Entech Motorsports will come across the line to win the Turkish Grand Prix.
Fantastic drive by the Australian.
Fantastic drive, great job.
Behind him, much to the delight of the home fans, Omar Saeed takes a well-deserved second place for Cedars.
Excellent drive, 6 points.
Although they still hope that Cox would retire and Omer would
Well
win
done.
the race.
We're in the points.
Utz is on the podium.
Well done. We're in the points.
Berner, Sharp, Chaco, Engbrink will come across in 7th. Martins holds out Hansley. Lintner will take 10th.
We'll take the final point.
Bailey will have to settle for 11th. Deal in 12th. Barrett come across in 13th. Ratavaro recovered somewhat for 14th. It's not where they would have wanted, but that's not horrible. Andy Black. Well, he's a bit further away from what we expected. But he should be fine to come across for 15th. Herbert's there. Graham's been able to
Hold off Harvey in the final laps.
That's how they'll come across the line. But it's been this man all weekend. Jamie Cox. Right then, so confirmation of the results. Jamie Cox for Entech. His win, his first win, Entech's first win in Formula FG. just over an hour. He wins from Omar Saeed. Besides in his home race, and Ben Utzer returning to the podium for BRT. Behind, Stefan Berner, very unlucky. He's 2 seconds down on Utzer at the end, having lost 20 seconds pretty much. Spinning off in front of Cox. Nearly held it, but couldn't quite. Rob Sharp and Lachlo Chaco for Falcon in 5th and 6th.
Decent day for Falcon.
For
And
sure.
Prix doing pretty nicely. 7th. Martin's just held off Hansley. Nice
Very
job.
good. Very good for him. Up 11 spots. Hansley up 12.
And Lindner will take the final point.
In a very good effort from him. He just seems to have the knack to be able to go under the radar. I never notice him in the race. Matt Bailey, the unlucky one to be in 11th, with Pablo Deal, Barrett.
Lost the rear wing.
Yep. Pablo Deal,
Ratovar
Barrett.
lost the front wing.
Ratovar, Andy Black, Ben Herbert, Andy
And
Graham,
Andy Graham
and Daniel Harvey.
They both made 3 stops, I think.
Andrea Dovizioso, he retired late in the race, but will get classified. He had
Brake
a brake
issues.
problem. Tapio Rinyaho, James McNamara blew his engine. Tapio Rinyaho had a suspension failure, and Manolis Sigalakis, last round winner, was unlucky to find Andy Black waiting for him in the middle of turn 1, just after making an overtake, and that was the end of his day. Very, very early. We'll have a look at the fastest laps of the race, and it goes to Chaco for Falcon. Rob Sharp right behind as well, and Harvey, in fact, was very close. Actually, in fact, Rinyaho was probably the most surprising one, considering he retired very early on. Well, I say that, he was somewhere around half race distance, but...
And the race winner takes the 5th fastest lap.
yeah. And we'll quickly have a look at the lap chart, and we can see Cox there. And Berner. Very interesting to view. Rob Sharp as well, he made it up quite well, but then just didn't really have anything going for him. And I think he yeah, that's right, he did spin, didn't he? Could have been his day today, but he'll have to settle for 5th as his teammates started quite low down, but it was just a steady move forwards. We'll look elsewhere and we'll go and find these two, Rui Martins and Jack Hunsley. The both
Both
of
started.
That was just
Fought their way through the pack.
just a steady upward grind though. Hunsley in here, you can see he made a mistake and he dropped down, but after that he was man on a mission and was continually moving forward. Have a look at some others. Matt Bailey, Ben Herbert, a bit like a yo-yo, up and down, up and down, up and down, a little bit up. Bailey a bit unlucky, found himself quite a long way up by the time he stopped, but was not to be today. I think I said that right. Was not to be today. Just for certain people, and we'll have a look at Apex, and that's probably not worth looking at. But there we go. The first Turkish Grand Prix. Jamie Cox, Omar Saeed and Ben Utzer are your podium. Other than that, any final comments, Milos?
Not really, apart from it was a bad race for my team.
Yeah. You had it better than us, don't worry about it. Anyway, well, from me and Milos here in Istanbul, it is thanks for watching and have a very good evening. Thank you and goodbye.
Or morning for me.
Oh, morning. Okay, we'll go with that.